Joining me right now, former CIA operative Mike Baker. Mike, we need the wall?
Well, yes, we do. I mean, every nation, frankly, I'm not sure why this is so difficult for the hard left and progressives to understand, but every nation out there worries about its border control systems. Mm-hmm. And, you know, we have every right and should be worried about ensuring that, you know, we have solid security. And it's not just the physical wall, as we've been talking about for some time now. It's a combination of surveillance, of technical means, and in some cases a physical barrier, as we have now. Mm-hmm. So, yes,
all right, so let's take it a step forward. Yeah. You believe in this. Do you believe in it enough to think the military, the U.S. military, should be responsible for it and should be paying for it?
Well, do I think that there's some creative way to come up with funding that will assist in building a portion of this or improving the defenses along the wall? Yeah, I think it's a standard President Trump move, I think, to throw this out there. It's got us all talking. It's got the Democrats up in arms. In that confusion, who knows? Maybe we get a more creative solution, because right now we seem to be at a bit of an impasse. Do I think it's more important than ensuring that we have a ready military and that we've rebuilt our gear and ensured that, you know, our planes are up and our ships are out? No, it's a portion, but it's not. This is not an all or nothing. But it's part of it, right? I mean,
it's part of it in that you need to have borders that are patrolled, that are secure, so that you don't have the likes of terrorists coming in. You need to patrol the borders so we don't have the drug dealers coming in and the huge amounts of drugs and opioids that are having such a horrible effect on our country right now. I mean, there's a lot that you can think of from a national security standpoint that perhaps would involve the military, Mike.
Right. I mean, guess who's got a wall? I mean, Mexico. They have a wall on their southern border. I mean, every nation. I've spent most of my life traveling around this globe, and nobody else out there apologizes for ensuring that they understand who's coming in to their country. You know, this seems to be almost a uniquely, oddly American thing, where we have this, you know, this self-righteous flagellation over whether we should just open our borders and
Mike,
let everybody come in.
It's pretty hard to get citizenship in New Zealand, right?
Yeah,
I mean, really hard. Or you think about Switzerland as well. I mean, there's a lot of places around the world. Switzerland's a nice example. New Zealand as well. Both countries that are thought of pretty well, I think, by most people. And yet they're tough, really tough when it comes to immigrants being there and living there and getting anything from the quote-unquote system.
Right. No, yeah, Switzerland turned me down several times. And I can't blame them. But no, it's absolutely true. So we have to get beyond this, and we have to also understand that it's not this all or nothing, or it's all black, it's all white. Look, we can work this out. Just like we could with DACA. Just like there are things that we could be doing.
Yeah. And by the way, let me just add to this.
Shift off our hardline position.
I want to add to this because everybody's like, well, wait a second, wasn't Mexico supposed to pay for it? I mean, it depends on where you're taking the money from, right? If we renegotiate NAFTA in a way that benefits our economy, benefits our workers, benefits our products, then that means more money coming into the U.S. And then you could say, theoretically, these trade agreements have been readjusted so that, yes, this money was coming from somewhere, not that it necessarily goes straight to the wall. I got to ask you about this as well, because I've got you here, Mike, and given your background in the CIA, I want to ask you about Russia, which has just test-launched a new missile it claims could reach any target in the world, and it has a rather dubious name for this thing, involving the use of the word Satan. Are you concerned at all?
I'm not concerned in the sense that we're dealing with a rational actor in Russia. But I will say that it's unusual.
But that would make me more concerned, right? Like, if you're not dealing with it, I'd rather deal with a rational actor than an irrational actor, because the irrational is more likely to fire the thing. Okay, gotcha.
Right, and that's what I mean. With Russia, we're dealing with a rational actor.
Understood.
And it is unusual, though, that Vladimir Putin, in talking about this is the second test that they've done of this ballistic missile system. And just earlier in the month, he came out and he was sounding very much like Kim Jong-un, saying that, all missile defense systems of the U.S. and their allies will be useless in the face of this new missile system that they have. I mean, he got a little more bellicose than, frankly, we've heard from Putin in the past. I think in part it's because, he's been trying for for years and years to rebuild the influence of the former Soviet Union. He considers the collapse of the Soviet Union a great tragedy. So he's been doing, whether it's the annexation of Crimea or what they've been doing in the Ukraine and energy policy in the EU. So I think what we're seeing is a little frustration on his part that he's now getting pushback in a meaningful way through sanctions and through other actions,
Kicking
including the expulsion of the 60 diplomats.
Yes.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
Mike Baker, always good to see you. Thank you so much for joining today.